Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's week 2 of the MSL.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 67 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 63 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. First and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Down to the 25. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 2nd and 4. From the 50, here's Herbert. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before dropping. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Here's Herbert. And And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington has taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Herbert off of play action. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the dignity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd down and 4, Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barnett. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Working with a 2nd and 4. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert, it's complete to Brown, right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he finds McLaurin. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. A gain of 6 there on 1st. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. 2nd and 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught by Watkins. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 2nd down at 4. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wheeler. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he goes right back to Adams. That's complete. A 1st down carry for Davis. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Saints on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. Field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. From the 31, Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Herbert throwing again. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
To throw again on second down. Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Herbert now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got a man. It's Brown. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
On 3rd down, Whitfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to maneuver. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now Washington down by 8, 1:39 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Throwing, Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Herbert going to throw. off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Herbert to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 28. One last throw here for Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we could find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for New Orleans, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Washington, they will fall to 1-1.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
2nd and 3. He's got Higbee complete right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses have better focus on.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And good penetration here. They'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake. Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Azeez Ojulari coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
How best to describe that one. I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 20-yard line. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Lance now on first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1st and goal at the 1. And Lance going to throw. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We dominate tonight.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And now they'll throw with Lance. This goes out wide from Madison. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Lance. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 31, Lance. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big save to bring up 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This one to the left to Higbee.
What's the deal, y'all?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he will have a Giants first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. That is incomplete. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw, it's Lance. Steps away. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York set to take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and 6. That's complete to Tony. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Lance to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he fires one, but incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st down, Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Lance. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And down inside the 15 he goes. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play. I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Lance. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. New York ready to go again offensively. Yeah, well, the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jalen Phillips. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Vikings on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Lance being chased out left. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. He'll get this underneath to Madison, and he'll get it down here to the 43. The Vikings on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, it can be a little bit late getting it done.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Lance, he'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be third down. He'll drop to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tershawn Morton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Running back. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. .36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Giants now down 9-3, a little over a minute to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Complete to Chenault. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll look to throw. 7 yards to pick up there. They'll look to throw. He's taken down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Vikings are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.